Yes, well, it's generally a warm reception from the small business sector. We are still in Surrey Hills in Melbourne's east. We're a little bit further up the street this morning at Zimt Patisserie, just trying to gauge the reaction of businesses that, are running small enterprises day in, day out, facing a myriad of issues, trading in what has been a pretty tough environment for the past few years. And to discuss the reaction to the federal budget and to get an on-the-ground view, I have the co-owner and the general manager of Zimt Patisserie, Sue Leidler, joining me now. Sue, what did you make of the federal budget last night?
I think it was generally positive. The cut in the company tax will be a help, but generally I think things like penalty rates issue would probably be more of an advantage for us. I think the company rate tax was a good thing. However, we're not making a huge amount of money, so it's only going to be a very small percentage that would, help make a difference, I suppose. The interest rate cut is a lot more advantageous for us at the moment, so that's what we'll be celebrating more today.
Well, it was an interesting day, really, because you had the federal budget, but also the interest rate cut, now at historic lows. What does that mean for your trading environment, business environment?
Well, it just means that we have a little bit more money in our pocket because we're not paying as much interest on our business loans, basically. So that might mean we can give a few extra shifts to people. It might mean we can, buy an extra machine maybe. But generally it's still pretty tough. And I think, I think wages really is the major issue that we have. And that's we're still waiting on that.
You've been operating for 12 years. Talk me through how many staff you have on the books and also just what the environment has been like and therefore what the election issues might be for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been going for about 12 years. We started off with probably about 5 people and we just grew really quickly and we didn't really anticipate the growth that we experienced, which is great. We've always been very busy. But we've had to employ, so now we employ 17 people, which is fantastic. I think that's, one of my achievements is, creating these 17 jobs out of nothing. But it is very, very expensive. I mean, Michael and I are the lowest paid in the company, so everyone is paid properly and we pay all the penalty rates and everything like that, but it is probably at least 50 to 60% of our income is on wages. So that's probably the primary issue that we have for that. We also have a huge, work cover insurance premiums that we pay. Things like payroll tax is huge for us. So, electricity prices, things like that. So they're probably more the issues that we're looking at the moment, I think.
You are a member of the Liberal Party, so I presume you will therefore be voting Liberal, but you don't sound like you were particularly impressed with the budget.
Well, I think generally, it's a strong budget for the country, but it's always a balance between what's going to affect you personally and what's going to affect the country. So I think it is a strong budget for the country. We have to get the deficit down. It's just, you can't operate, with unlimited funds. So I think it's a responsible budget. But, we just want to run our business and we just want to have as little hindrance as possible for running the business. So, we're happy for the government to get out of the way so we can actually run it.
What did you make of the moves to crack down on multinational companies paying proper taxes as a small business owner? What's your view on that?
Yes, I think that's a great idea. I think that's something that really needs to be done because we, as I say, it's just we're a husband and wife sort of team with, really strong staff behind us. But we don't have the resources to, work out how to pay less tax. We just pay what we're supposed to pay. So I think it is, a really important issue to make sure that people do pay the taxes on the money that they are making. So I think that's a bit of a nod to us. I think that, the hardworking people that, do pay all their taxes, it's something that everyone needs to do.
The Job Pathways program was another thing that was announced, and also some changes to vocational education and training. Talk me through how difficult it is finding good staff, and do those programs affect you, or would they affect your business?
They don't really, because we are after hospitality professionals, so it is a skilled job that we have here, so it's not something that we can really do.
Thank you so much for having us this morning. It's a beautiful place.
Thank you very much.
Okay. That's Sue Leidler, who's the co-owner and general manager of Zimt Patisserie here in Melbourne's East in Surrey Hills. Joe.